there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And an alley slides to avoid the hit. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Clay, the intended receiver. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Steelers first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
He's not going to get me.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cardinals' 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A toss play. This is Peterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 16. Take 2 of them.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Steelers.
That! 180! 43. Check, 43. I'm coming. Check 9.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Cardinals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D.
Here's Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray, open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Peters has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. These two teams all tied after one. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. 66. Now. 3 down. Check, Todd.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Three down.
Johnson on the counter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains.
Here we go. Get the flag. 55. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Squeeze.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. It's caught by Crabtree. Now the ball comes loose. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd and inches, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Left 5. Down to lose 1. He's coming. We got double up. Hey, switch gears. Nicholas, 66. Black and 3rd.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now it's Peterson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Crabtree has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw is Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona 1st. Murray now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a game of 20. First down, Pittsburgh.
Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Cardinals pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. But he'll get no further as he's brought down within sight of the goal line inside the 20. But all he'll get is knowledge that the extra point was no good.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked, because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Complete. It's Johnson. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. He also noted that he's really comfortable in this scheme. It's like his college days at Northern Iowa when he was part of a team that based out of a shotgun with a running quarterback. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one's high, but not very far. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Easy. Check both of them.
From the 29, Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger. He finds Taylor, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The kick by Sturgis is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half. but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you...
And nothing but daylight ahead. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Charles Clay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Murray now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a A lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 16.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Black 20.
Steeler first down.
Check, 43. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, Peterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
26 Mike. Ricky. Tighten up. 64. Wait. Slam. Shit.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
We got three, fellas.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return is Peterson. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Ben to throw again. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Today's final score, Cardinals 42, Steelers 16.